6:44, Seattle's waterfront is getting ready for the next step in its transformation, years in the making. Only KIRO 7 is bringing you this announcement first.
Pier 58 is days away from finishing up and opening to the public very soon. The fences are coming down for a grand opening.
That was a drum roll, right?
That was a drum roll, yeah.
Well, we're going to tell you
I didn't have a desk.
about when it's opening up to the public. But first, Gary Horker explains why Pier 58 is so important.
Just like the Space Needle 64 years before it, the bold futuristic Seattle vision for Pier 58 is to be a timeless modern memory maker.
This is a big forward-looking project. It's been decades in the making. It's coming to fruition now, and now we can enjoy it. So let's build something.
Seattle historian Felix Bonnell says it's appropriate, this crown jewel design, a gathering place for concerts, for culture, for kids to play, is on the most historic spot where Seattle meets Elliott Bay.
Without the waterfront, Seattle would just be a backwater.
But Pier 58, which was originally called Schwabacher's Wharf and then Pier 7, has a past covered in grit, gold dust, and go-getters. This is the spot where Seattle of the 21st century was first born.
It's not a place where you'd think about getting cotton candy or maybe a cup of coffee and walking along with your family.
It sounds like Pier 58 was all about commerce in the old days.
Seattle waterfront in the 19th century, it's the loading dock for the city. It's not a tourist place. It's grimy and dirty. It smells really bad. The tide comes in and out. The seaweed's rotting. There's sewage flushing right into the water.
Right where a park with a sparkling view stands now is where the first flashes of the Seattle Yukon gold rush began.
1897 to be specific, a ship comes all the way from Alaska, the SS Portland. It's carrying a ton of gold, literally 2,000 pounds of gold.
The headlines of the Klondike Gold Rush was a magnet for the masses, crowds of the curious to rogues chasing riches, all drawn to the ships at Pier 58.
And you had to bring that gold to Seattle.
And long after its world shipping port heyday ended, even as the viaduct was built right on top of it, people were still drawn here.
In spite of the viaduct, the waterfront always attracted tourists.
So in 1974, city leaders tried transforming the old pier into a new waterfront park, but it was criticized for being a little too concrete. After 46 years of deterioration, a collapse of the old park into the water even plunged the original bronze Fitzgerald fountain to the bottom. But divers brought it back, and the old fountain is now part of the new pier. Felix believes years of demolition, of planning, grinding, and designing now leaves us with Seattle's signature waterfront spot, a rejuvenation for generations.
I think what's happening at the waterfront is exciting. I think it's about looking ahead many centuries.
And for folks of the future who will probably call this home. Gary Horker, KIRO 7 News.